Hello, my dear colleagues. So, Mr. Aluko has mandated that we use this platform for our exams going forward. So, this is just to show you some of the basics, and so that you can begin to try it out and help your students get familiar with it also. So, the web address is exam.net. Once you type it in here, you get to this landing page. You click on this teacher, you register, follow the prompts. Now, you need to register with your BusyBiz email address, not your Gmail or your Yahoo, but the one you've been using for your Teams. So once you've registered, you sign in, and then this shows up. This is where all your exams will be stored. I've been doing some practice with it. That's why I have this many tests. But what you need to do is go to New Exam, and then set the parameters for your exam. So, for example, you need to give it a name. Test 3. This option is for if your exam will be delivered orally, but that's not likely for any of us. So these two options are more likely. You can either write your exam questions on the platform, or upload a PDF, which I'm sure that is what most of us will do. So when you click on this comes up. You upload a question paper. It takes a few seconds to upload. Sorry. Any moment now. Very soon. Come on. Okay, yes. So this is just to confirm that it has uploaded. So you just need to close it, and then move on to student information. What this means is what the students will need to enter to be able to log in. So they'll need their first name, last name, and class. But you can also select teacher name and other things if you so choose. Now the student workspace, this is where they enter their responses. You can allow for them to have a writing area. If your question is going to be, your answers need to be written. You can also set a word limit. Then you can allow spell check. You can allow students to scan and submit their handwritten responses. But for them to do this, they will need to use a QR code. So they must have a phone that can use the QR code to be able to do this. So let me activate that. Then there are other tools that you can use to make their life easier. Translations, synonyms, speech sentences, and you can also add other documents too. Then, for someone like me that needs to do listening exams, I can upload my audio files here. So they'll do all of the exam within this platform. They won't need to go anywhere else. Then for math and other numeric subjects, you can activate the drawing tool, the calculator. Let me just click all of them. And even formulas. And then for ICT, you can activate the programming tool also. Then if you need to include other resources from elsewhere, maybe a YouTube video or something, this is where you do that. Then security. Now, if all of our students had, say Windows 10 laptops, for example, it should have been our best option. They will need to download what is called a safe exam browser that they will use for the exam. But this is not an option because not all of our students use Windows laptops. So our best option would be to click on allow any browser, so they can use any device for this. And then this is the security settings. This is where you determine whether how students will be penalized for leaving the exam. So from your own backend, you can tell if students have moved away from the exam window. You will be notified. So what happens when you're notified? You can ask them to explain why they've left, and then punish them with 30 seconds delay. There are other options too. So that's entirely up to you. So once you're done with all of that, you create the exam. So what happens is that it generates an exam key. So what you need to do is give this exam key to the students, and then they will be able to enter into the exam room. But also you need to open the exam. What this means is that if you don't open it, the students will not be able to start the exam. So what you can do is, just before the exam starts, you open it, and then once the time is up, you can close it. It will force them to to log out. Now, from here you can still edit some of your exam settings. This eye here is for surveillance. So this is where you see what the students are doing. So their names will show here, and if any one of them leaves, you will be notified from here. So you can also reassign a new exam code for them from here. Once they are done, you can download their responses either in Word or PDF. You can also print. You can set a timer from here. You can also, you can generate individual exam keys for them. If you need to force them to submit, you can do that here if the time is up. You can also have settings for each student. If for any reason they need maybe special accommodations, you can do that here. Let me show you what my own practice test looked like today. So I was able to do something with them in year 10 today. So if you look at these ones, had some challenges, but most of them were able to do their exam easily and submit. So 13 of them, 9 submitted, 4 ongoing because they had issues. Then I was able to download all of their responses from here. Back to my exam list. Then you can also see a preview of what the students what the view will look like for the students. If you click on this, once you begin exam, as you can see, it takes over their entire screen, so they're not able to navigate away from here. You cannot click on Google or open a mark scheme. That's the whole point of this platform. So you can see all the tools you've allowed, formula sheets, calculator, and all of those things. And then you can also change. They can also change the view. For example, they can view their paper side by side, question here, and then writing area here. Yes, so that's basically. I'm sure that once you begin to use it, you'll get more familiar with it. And if you have any questions that I can answer, I would do my best to answer it. So you're meant to start using it from tomorrow actually. So your small pop quizzes, you can begin to play around with it, so that we can document whatever challenges we have and begin to work around them from now before the exam week. Thank you. Is there anything else? Okay.